Welcome to another exciting episode on location at the gun range for Breaking Down IT with Steve. I am your host, Steve, with PDX IT, and this week I wanted to talk to you about vulnerability scanning and what it is and why we need it. And everybody, all companies need it. So, what is vulnerability scanning? Well, vulnerability scanning for a business is like having a health checkup for its computer systems and network. It's a proactive way of finding weaknesses that hackers could exploit. So let's break it down. What is it? It's automated scans where businesses utilize specialized software to automatically scan their systems, applications, and networks. They check for unknown flaws, which these scans check for vulnerabilities, flaws, like outdated software, misconfigurations, or weaknesses in security settings. So the goal is to find these vulnerabilities before the hacker does. And why is this important? Well, businesses store a lot of valuable information like customer data, financial records, or trade secrets. Vulnerability scanning helps protect this data from these threats. Now, by finding and fixing these vulnerabilities, businesses can reduce the risk of successful cyber attacks, which can be costly and damaging. Not only does it cost reputation, but it also costs money in fines, loss of revenue, loss of your customer reputation, which I just touched on. And so all of that is devastating for a business. Now, it also maintains compliance. So many industries have regulatory regulations that require businesses to perform regular vulnerability scans to ensure security. That's a regulatory compliance, like HIPAA, like SEC, like PCI requires this. So vulnerability scanning helps businesses understand their security posture and identify areas for improvement. And that's what we're looking for, areas of improvement. Now, what it finds. I got to scroll down, sorry. Now, so what it finds is software with known security flaws that hackers can easily exploit. Incorrect settings that weaken security. Easy to guess passwords that can be cracked by hackers. Yes, password 1234 is not a secure password. Unnecessary entry points that hackers can use to access systems. Updates that fix known vulnerabilities but haven't been installed. So all of that is what it finds. Now, what happens after? Well, the vulnerability scan generates a report that details and identifies each weakness. Businesses prioritize the vulnerabilities based on the severity level and potential impact. It has a rating, a score. So 1 is low, 10 is high. And you want to take care of the 10s first before you hit a low. Because if you do lows and you have a bunch of 10s sitting out there, well, you're vulnerable. So, let's try to improve that. So, you always want to do a rescan afterwards. So you do some fixes, you rescan. You do some more fixes, you rescan. Because it's a point in time. And more vulnerabilities come as time goes on. So they keep getting found. So even though you fix all of these and you go, okay, we're great. And well, next day, there might be 10 more vulnerabilities. So you have to keep doing this and on an ongoing basis. So, vulnerability scanning is a crucial part of any business's cybersecurity strategy. It helps them proactively identify and address security weaknesses, reducing the risk of cyber attacks and protecting their vulnerable assets. So imagine your business is a building. And my screen went up. I don't know why it went up. Okay, sorry. So imagine your business is a building. It has doors, it has windows, and maybe even a secret back entrance. You want to make sure that it's safe from burglars, right? We all do. Vulnerability scanning is like having a security expert come in and check every nook and cranny of your building. They'll look for weaknesses. They'll try to find any unlocked doors, broken windows, or any weak spots that a burglar can exploit. They'll check the locks. They'll make sure that all your locks are strong and working properly. They'll identify potential dangers. They even might check for things like fire hazards or tripping hazards that could cause a problem. Basically, they're trying to find any vulnerabilities, anything that could make your building easier as a target for a burglar and cause other problems. Well, why is this important? Here's the why. Because businesses have valuable things inside, like customer information, names, businesses, addresses, credit card information, company secrets, plans, designs, financial data. Customer systems can be damaged and steal data from. And so vulnerability scanning helps businesses find weaknesses before someone else does. Tune in next week for another exciting episode of Breaking Down IT with Steve. Talk to you soon.